Good morning, it's Kurt from Simcoe Plastics. Before I hit the road to deliver some material to one of my customers, I wanted to do a little video talking about a couple of things in the plastics industry and continuing the series of informational videos that we started last week. So first of all, I thought it would be helpful to talk about sort of in broad terms two major classifications of what we'd call plastic resins or resins. The first being a thermoset and the second being thermoplastic. So thermoset's a little unusual in that you get one shot to create a final product. If you've ever worked with a fiberglass repair kit, or perhaps the infamous Bondo, if you've had to do some work on a car that's had some collision damage, those are example of thermoset materials. It's either a liquid or a putty resin where you mix a separate hardener together. There's some working time built into it, and then the item hardens up to a finished product. That's a thermoset, one chance. I'm working on a recycling initiative with fiberglass, and maybe I'll talk about that in a later video. So thermoset, one shot. Thermoplastics, that's what we want to talk about when we're into recycling. The main aspect with thermoplastics is you can use them over and over and over and over again, which is why they have value, and it's so key to recycle. Now, within the realm of recycling plastics, I think just to illustrate that plastics do have value regardless of their condition, I can use an example of, for example, water bottle material, PET. That product in volume purchases might cost 80 cents a pound US, and I'm picking an arbitrary number. It may or may not be current market value. I don't specifically deal in PET, but just for illustrative purposes, a virgin pellet directly from a manufacturer to a processor, call it 80 cents a pound US. If that same processor were to buy regrind, you might be looking at 20 to 25 cents a pound US if it was good, clear regrind. And then if that material was turned into a reprocessed product, the regrind gets reprocessed and repelletized, so it looks like virgin material, and it can be a little easier to process when it's in pellet form versus regrind. That might be a product that would sell for 60 to 65 cents US a pound in volume delivery. So my point is, regardless of the plastic is in its virgin state, a reprocessed state, regrind, or even parts. Parts might have a value of 5 to 10 cents a pound. Plastic has value because it's reusable. For illustrative purposes too, I just have a couple of bags of pellets, and I'd like to show you what this looks like. So hopefully you can see that reasonably well. These are virgin pellets, polypropylene, uniform size, nice and easy to process. When they enter plastics processing equipment, they can experience heat evenly, they melt evenly, they flow evenly, and you stand the best chance of making great parts. Second, this is an example of regrind. It's multicolor. I couldn't tell you offhand what it is. I picked it up from a very supportive material supplier yesterday. It might be polystyrene, I'm not 100% sure, but just to illustrate what regrind looks like, and this is typical of what will come out of grinding equipment. Parts go in and this comes out. This is relatively uniform in size, but it's not as good as the virgin pellets, so it may take a little extra work in the equipment to apply even heat and get an even flow. But again, I just want to emphasize, regardless of the condition that the plastic is in, it can be used and reused and reused, and that's really the main reason why we want to ensure that we recycle, so we capture that valuable resource and put it back into the economy. So that's really where we're getting at with the circular economy. So please, if you have plastics, if you have single-use disposables, your water bottles, kindly make sure that they do go into the appropriate blue bin, because processors and people who earn their money processing plastics will greatly appreciate it, and the environment will too, of course. So for now, I'm signing off, but remember, get out there and protect your playground. Thanks, take care, talk soon.